Citizens of the Reject Nation, we are back for Doctor Who. I don't know what number this is. Disney Plus is confusing me. Is it episode 2 or is it episode 3?
Episode 2 either way. Or no, it could be episode 3. Who knows?
It's so confusing to me. But you know what's not confusing? Everyone who went and watched the video that we put together. I got to interview Ncuti Gatwa, Millie Gibson, and Russel T. Davies at the red carpet premiere of Doctor Who. Intentionally skipped the screening so we could do the reactions here just for you guys because you're the reason why we were able to be there at the carpet to begin with. Really loved it. I was nervously excited the whole time, and I loved the video, honestly. So I hope you guys can watch it. Kept it pretty raw for the most part. Another word for being lazy.
It's rustic.
3 in the morning when you're trying to chop this together. It's raw. It's better. It's more personal
Fly
this
on the
way.
wall, man. It's like you're really there with us in the fray.
The link in the description box and the pinned comment. John, we were kind of like 50-50 when it came to the last episode. Let's see what this one turns out to be like. In the meantime, guys, please take that sonic screwdriver to your like button on your end. Subscribe and click that bell because we are, of course, covering the remainder of Doctor Who for this season. Thanks to Prepper for helping us edit down these highlights, making us look good along the way. And of course, where it all started, where most of our modern Who reactions take place, full-length reaction watch-along where you sync up with your own copy of Doctor Who, available for Super Sexy Rejects over at our Patreon page. But we got like the reaction highlights and watch-alongs included for most of the Doctor Who seasons. Thank you to all who have been buying yourselves some Reject Nation shop apparel, including this special Doctor Who shirt full of a bunch of quotes created by Greg's sister herself. It's one of my favorites. Millie Gibson complimented it as well.
Alon T.
Let's do it, guys.
First, we have a note.
1925. Wow.
And we have a tune.
Your music was invented.
3 blind mice.
Then, we have a melody.
Shake your ass.
Watch yourself.
Yeah, it's a scary movie too.
Beethoven wrote this when he first discovered he was going deaf. All that rage and fury.
Love Moonlight Sonata.
Something beautiful. Am I boring you, Henry?
It's just a bit stuffy.
You need some nasal spray. Ask the pro and grow, bro. It's faster, bro.
It's called the Devil's Chord.
The Devil's Chord.
It was banned by the church in medieval times in case it allows the devil to enter the room.
Ooh, it should be fun. Is that the name of the episode?
I think it must be. Ooh.
Technically, it's known as a tritone, but put it in context and...
This kid feels like little Damien.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Oh, goodness me.
Whoa.
Devil comes knocking at the door.
Piano duel rather than a fiddle duel.
Oh, it's coming from within the piano?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ah! That was actually kind of scary.
Henry, get away from him.
Them.
What?
Me.
What?
I'm them.
You're who?
You're who? Nice to see you again, kiddo.
You know each other.
That's my daddy.
Are you my mummy?
You didn't look at my name, sir.
Of course I did. It's Henry... What was it?
Damien? Henry Damien.
It's all for you.
Henry Harbinger, that's it.
Harbinger. Of course, Henry Harbinger.
Think of him as my prelude. And now his song is sung.
Whoa.
Who are you?
My notation is Maestro.
Bradley Cooper.
Yep.
Music.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's go.
Something tells me I'm going to like this episode a lot more.
You're the greatest composer who ever lived. Clever enough to find the lost chord.
The lost chord.
So sad, Timothy.
Wow.
You never had the luck. You never got that break.
Oh, I love the vibe.
All those melodies stifled and strangled inside you.
Who is this? They're great.
All those songs you never sang. They sit there still, wrapped so tight.
Like a piano key divine.
Would you like me to set them free?
Please.
I would love that, yes.
God, look at that eyeshadow.
Whoa! Oh, neat.
It's like the torture version of the Doctor Strange fight. Whoa.
It's like Stealing talent?
Stealing the publishing rights.
Now.
Nice.
That is cool.
Hell yeah, dude. What an intro.
That is meta.
What an intro to an episode and a character.
That was really cool.
Yeah. And the sound design across that was great.
I wonder if there'll be like a reoccurring villain.
I hope so. Triple segue.
That's my theme song.
I want to see the Beatles recording their very first album.
Good thing Disney Plus is a documentary about them.
Because my mum, she had a girlfriend, Claire, and loved Claire, and she was dead into vinyl. 10 years old I was. We had Revolver, the White Album, so yeah, if I could go anywhere, then that's where I'd go.
Did they have Rubber Soul, Sgt. Peppers?
That is amazing!
Oh, right.
People always say the Titanic, or Mars, or Bethlehem, or the Beatles!
Let's go.
Oh. Whoa. February 11th, 1963.
Damn, that's fast.
If we're in the 60s, what about my clothes?
Here we go.
Good thinking.
Montage, baby.
I want to be high!
I've got ways galore!
Yes, let's go.
Like a sound.
Awesome.
Get the beehive going.
Groovy, baby.
And the fro. Oh, I'm so excited.
Sort of plays it like an alien playing human, like improv game of being a human.
Yeah, like being reminded, like, oh yeah, that is a human thing. Let's do it.
1963?
Oh, no way! It's like the album cover!
Oh, damn.
That's cool.
We on Abbey Road.
Look at the cars!
Oh, come on!
Let's go. Nice. Nice.
Okay, I'm really digging this one. I'm digging this one,
There's
baby.
got to be a shirt of all the doctors on the crosswalk.
Right now, in 63, they are the EMI recording studios.
EMI.
And how do we get in? Won't they ask who we are?
Cinematography in this episode is excellent.
Janet said we could take over, so you can have 10 minutes off. Oh, right. Thank you. Yeah, there's always a Janet. And everyone wants a cuppa.
More things change, the more they stay the same.
There's a bit of like Series 1 vibes of just how excited she is to be a companion.
Boys, do you want anything?
I'm all right for now.
Oh.
What do you think, John? Now you're talking, Paul, lad.
I just want
That's
a good night's
fun.
sleep.
You keep playing like that, we'll all have a good kip.
Are the Beatles going to be characters in this episode?
This is the first of those 4 Beatles movies.
I've got a dog, he's called Fred. My dog is alive,
Oh,
he's
no.
not dead. Only a dog. My dog, my dog, my dog.
That reaction of them was so good.
Yeah.
That reaction was brilliant.
From the second chorus, playing in the last 4 bars of the verse. Good luck, Scylla.
Priscilla. Priscilla.
You love me, we are 2, we are not 3. 'Cause you love I love you.
Okay. So all their melodies have been stolen. All their good songs have been stolen, right? Or is everybody just making a crappy first draft?
No. Everyone's been stolen.
And roll to record, please.
Oh God.
I think the reactions are so well done.
Ah. The funeral version of Three Blind Mice.
His production design values are phenomenal.
Everything's gone dull. No one hums, no one whistles, no one taps their feet.
Look at it though. Music isn't.
Oh, this is going to be a celebration of music.
Music is the highest form of thought. If you take that away,
Oh damn.
that never happened. If music is gone, that means everything is changing. The whole human race is taking a different path.
I love the tone of this one.
Find out what happened and when it happened.
And then we'll get to George and Ringo.
You are writing songs for the band.
They're not very good, are they?
Oh, no.
That's great, lad. That's how it should be. It's not like the old days. We had waltzes and fandangos and all that.
But waltzes used to exist. When did they start becoming wrong?
And what about Fandango?
20s, 30s.
Why? What happened?
We started seeing sense.
Seeing sense.
What we're doing here today is the last gasp.
If I can make a bit of money out of cheap old rhymes, then I can settle down and get a proper job.
Just want to finish the album, get back to Liverpool, and forget it.
Oh, this is more about a celebration of creativity.
We need you.
I'm not good at anything.
See, when it's just you on your own, there must be better songs. Songs that lift you and devastate you, and songs that are tucked away somewhere in secret in the back of your mind.
Subconscious melodies.
I just want to go home, forget this life, just have me tea and go to bed with a woman of my own, you know?
I like the casting of the Beatles. Doesn't feel distracting at all.
I get this thought. It's so far away. It's a note. And then a second, and a third, and fourth, and fifth.
The minor fall, the major lift.
And you put them together, and it feels like the most holy thing on this earth.
What you need are psychedelics.
You need LSD, baby.
I love you so much.
Oh, no. Ooh.
Time is stopping. Whoa. Cool.
They're here.
Cool.
Ooh. Summon the Maestro.
It feels like when Black Mirror went supernatural.
I was just thinking if Doctor Who brought in a little Black Mirror, like, I think that'd be good for the future.
Do you know what you are with your ideas, pal? Disgusting. You are disgusting.
Ideas are everything. They're the start of everything.
When music underpins so much of culture in so many directions.
We wouldn't have TikTok without music.
We wouldn't.
Without music, dance must be gone. No one dances anymore.
No.
I mean, can you dance without music?
I mean, you can, but you want to? There are no more love songs anymore.
Oh my God, there's no more love songs in the whole wide world. That's smog. I thought they got rid of that in the 50s.
We had really bad smog in December '62, but this...
Oh, man.
You do what?
I live over there.
What do you mean?
Shoreditch. I'm there right now.
What?
You're gonna have to start again.
In the past, right now, I live in a place called Totter's Lane.
Oh, that's cool.
It's in a junkyard, and I live there with my granddaughter Susan.
Hey, they mentioned
exactly-
Susan.
Yeah, look out.
Do you think they'll actually finally reunite with her? Do you think they'll do that? That'd be cool.
Damn.
Where is she?
I don't know.
How do you not know?
Time Lords were murdered. Genocide rolled across time and space like a great big cellular explosion. Maybe it killed her too.
Dang, that's crazy. And you asked him about past episodes and like using that for homework.
Hey, Millie! Thank you very much. Come on, bit of luck.
What it must be like for Ncuti Gatwa to channel his William Hartnell.
Always wanted to play this old white guy.
Oh!
Uh-oh. Oh my god.
It's all yours, honey.
Uh-huh, honey.
I'm not that good.
You are. I've seen you. December 23, King's Arms. You opened with One More Sleep.
Yeah, dang.
The use of flashback motifs here.
I need you to play again.
For what for?
At this moment in time, Movie Sunday, you are the only music in the world. Let's see what happens if you bring music back.
Oh my god, it's like that movie.
The Beatles movie.
With the guy who's not Dev Patel.
Yeah, the guy who steals all the Beatles songs.
Yeah.
This is a beautiful looking episode. Damn.
Yeah, I love the mood. You just really feel the light, you feel the environments, and all these close-ups on recording equipment and instruments. Oh. Half expecting saturation to return to all the colors or something.
Music provides a universal feeling. It's a way to connect without words.
Expresses where words fail.
Oh, when I asked her that question, this must have been like, was this
on her mind? Yeah.
Yeah.
What would the companion song be?
She said classical.
And it's got a bit of lament to it, you know, and there's always a little bit of tragedy for companion. Is this guy gonna become a famous musician?
Yeah, and this guy's Harvey Weinstein.
They're all music Easter eggs except him. And the Goblins one had a musical element. It seems like a more musical series thus far. Whoa! No!
Music is a phenomenal communicator. You robbed that?
I want to make this entrance everywhere I go. Climb out of a piano.
He is always running away from the monsters now.
Yeah, they're all vibrating at 17 hertz.
You called.
That was the giggle.
The giggle, yep.
They're also like Winifred Sanderson, a little bit like Ursula.
You never hide!
I can't fight this thing.
I was actually terrified.
With bad music, you can. Although it is effective to see the Doctor afraid.
Yeah, it's necessary. Ooh, goosebumps. Handprint.
Yeah.
Faded memories.
The tuning fork.
Where
Oh.
The POV of it.
Yeah.
The chorus of ancient songs calls me
Great use of shadow.
Maestro. And
Who is the word?
Who?
Who let the dogs out? And music is mine!
God, the range on their voice.
Oh, sweet. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
Huh?
Wow. It's a mutation device.
No percussion.
That's scary.
Vibrations, yeah. Wow. Wow. Looks like they really did that with a high frame rate, maybe.
Sound and vision.
Who is this? They are really good.
Terrific, yeah. Let's go.
Music.
Aw. What, you not hungry no more?
Oh, this is Joker.
And everything everywhere. I just see feet playing it now. Oh!
What a terrifying way to transport.
Yeah.
You're scaring me now.
That thing must be part of the Pantheon.
Pantheon?
I mean, it's time more in episode special 2 and 3.
Vast powers beyond the universe. I told you when we first met, I said the toy maker. And defeating him took everything.
Game of catch.
You survived.
It tore my soul in half. I can't survive that again.
We can't have 3 doctors simultaneously.
The toy maker said,
His friends.
he warned me. He said, my
Legions, not friends. Yeah. I remember the context.
But you made that silence with the sonic. That worked, didn't it?
Yeah, one trick. Once. That's all you get with the gods.
Okay, so what do we do?
I don't know. But this thing is stealing music. I mean, how the hell?
This thing is a record label.
But the power of these creatures is so vast. The whole world could slide into the pit.
So what secret sauce does Ruby have up her sleeve?
The world did not end in 1963. Okay, I'm living proof. I was born in 2004 and...
So when is it for you back home? What time are you? June 2024?
It's hard to keep track, but yeah, I think so.
That's ahead of our time.
It's also a future episode.
What, have we done it? Are we back?
2024. Brought you home.
Butterfly effect works differently sometimes, I guess.
You don't have to think about it as much when you're in your own present, I guess.
It's desolate, isn't it? Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
This is what we're trying to stop.
But this isn't real. It's just like a parallel universe.
This is your time. This is your home if Maestro isn't stopped.
Is Maestro a little omnipresent? But how does she exist?
I think without music, the human race goes sour. Without any way of expressing a broken heart, they go to war without even knowing why.
Woof.
Then how am I still alive?
Hey.
Valid question.
Why don't I fade away?
Because of me.
I was going to say you're in like a bubble of isolation in time and space. Temporal isolation.
Damn Disney Plus.
Yeah, man. Oh.
What?
Eh.
You stepped from one time to another like the Lord Temporal, who trapped my father and bound him in salt.
Lord Temporal.
Child of the toy maker.
C'est moi, mon
I
cher.
was gonna say they remind me a lot of the Toy Maker, but way more effective.
Yeah.
Daddy was so mean, Daddy was so tough, Daddy'd me, and that was quite enough.
Oof.
You've destroyed the world. Music is gone. How is our win?
Not gone!
Lives within.
Hush!
Hush.
The sound of a nuclear winter.
Woof.
The purest music of all.
Aeolian tones. Music without the need of people.
Enjoy the silence.
And every song that goes unsung feeds me until I can reach out and steal the music of the sphere.
I love how non-effects reliant they are on them.
And that lament will be my symphony supreme.
With all of life extinguished.
I'm going solo.
Your father established the rules of fair play. One thing that he would never do is cheat.
Yeah, but you're not your father.
How did you enter this world?
Oh, a single silly man who found the lost chord.
The lost chord.
What?
I go harder.
What are you doing? Everything resonates, Doctor dear.
Whoa.
Anything that plays a tune is mine.
Whoa.
You just feel like they're gonna get large.
Yeah.
I say never. Never!
Oh.
The only thing I can do is take us back to 1963.
Only the Beatles can fix this. Oh no.
Shit.
Did you break it?
No.
Haryana!
Right.
I like that we're getting two completely different sides of both these characters.
If we can record the right tune on the Sonic, we can use this as a weapon.
I was gonna say, is there an angel chord?
66 billion trillion different tunes out there, but...
No, but just wait.
Play the 4 chords.
Can you hear that?
That music.
Oh no!
I thought that was non-diegetic.
Not Nicely done. Breaking that fourth wall, baby. I was gonna say they should do something meta with the actual composer. Was that Jerry Goldwater or whatever?
Why? Okay.
Oh.
It's funny how this effect looked kind of goofy at first, but it's really scary now.
Oh. Damn.
It's like Mad Hatter meets one of the Hocus Pocus witches.
But she's the only human left with music in her heart. Playing lovesick songs for heartbroken lesbians.
That's an album title.
Maestro, I am asking you just...
Oh. Does she know the notes? There's something about you, Ruby Sunday.
There's a hidden song deep inside our soul.
Oh my God, what
It's a
are
banishment. No, it's a banishment.
you? Wow. It's coming back.
What is this?
She brings that
Christmas.
with her.
The music that was playing the night that she was born.
Wow. This whole season's a Christmas special.
How could a song have so much power? And power like him?
Like who?
The oldest one? On the night of her birth. He can't have been there.
Oh no.
Is she related to the Doctor?
I don't know. She regenerated.
Enough.
Whoa.
What if she's related to Susan?
Yeah, that's what I just said. This could be it.
Because Susan left with a human, right?
Maybe she's either regenerated or her daughter.
Do you know what this is?
Huh? Hey.
This is the famous Abbey Road piano. The Mrs. Mills piano. Oh, she was a girl. We had some adventures.
So I know that this piano is rattling with all the potential to send you back to hell.
Ooh.
Music off.
Music battle.
Goddamn right.
That went down to Georgia. Let's go.
This is like that Doctor Strange moment. Yeah.
Yeah. Woo. The ghosts hate that.
Neat.
It's like a Looney Tunes dueling piano a little bit. Ah, nice. Play it backwards. Jimi Hendrix on the piano.
This is so awesome. I love this so much. This is so cool.
Oh my god. It's like hyper close-ups. Oh! Oh! Oh.
Tell their story.
Notes of banishment.
Tell their story.
Can you find it? The lost chord.
The lost chord.
Are you enough of a genius?
Oh, I would never call myself that, Maestro. But I have lived. And I have loved. And I can only smile like this because I have lost so much.
Beautiful.
I've experienced everything. And if that's where music comes from,
oh. That little reverse piano note.
I can find the chord to banish you.
Whoa.
Oh, the belching. I love the amount of expression of performers that are in this reiteration.
Oh.
No!
Oh no.
Maestro!
Oh. Go for a microtone. Whoa. Whoa. Right into camera.
Sorry to keep harping on!
Good pun. Good pun work.
We're the Beatles, the full Beatles.
Stop fighting here at
Oh, McCartney
EMI.
has the lost music.
Yeah. Be funny if it was Ringo, though. Oh, nice. Every instrument a portal. Oh, John.
Or is it John Lennon? Sorry, whichever
I
one
mean,
he
he was
talked
talking to Paul about
Yeah.
that, but yeah. Although George, pretty deep as well, you know?
I just want to go home.
Well, you can't do that. We need you.
I'm no good at anything.
Come on. Get the inspiration going. Through the F-hole. Nice.
Breathe.
Fantastic Madcap Funhouse episode. It's so creative. The ingenuity is brilliant.
And then a second, and a third, and fourth, and fifth, and you put them together, and it feels like the most holy thing on this earth.
Unity.
The two together. Beatles united. Woo-hoo. Oh. Yeah.
They're the one clawing.
The one who waits is almost here!
Oh, no.
Oh, we got one more. That's a hard one to top, though.
Yeah, dude.
Is that a new villain? Is that like a new villain?
New to me.
That is brilliant.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
Everywhere. Music.
But what about that 40-year gap from 1920s to 1963? What about that gap? Is that fulfilled with music now?
Good question.
You know?
Yeah.
With all my adventures throughout time and space, I have to tell you, there's always a twist at the end.
They're looking at the camera.
There's always a twist. There's always a twist. There's always.
Another musical number?
Yes. Oh my God, let's go.
Oh, they earned this.
Oh, I love this. Yeah. Whole world's dancing.
It's actually a good song.
Yeah. Woo-hoo. Always a twist. There's always a twist at the end.
There's always a twist at the end.
Yes.
Harmony. That's beautiful. All of them coming together, showing the power of unifying.
Hey, Scylla's back. Ah. Oh my God, we're singing in the rain. And they got they're doing dance ensembles, like hell yeah. They're doing tap.
Now they're bringing back all eras.
Yeah,
All
it's
the
the
eras-
Eras tour.
All the all the eras that were lost.
Yes. Oh, my boy.
Harbinger. But the fact that Harbinger's back is
that's kind of foreboding. Hey.
Oh, sweet.
Hey, the white and black keys, nice.
That's beautiful. TARDIS took a dance. TARDIS was dancing too. Whoa, no next time.
No next time
No
on.
next
No
time. We don't
preview.
watch next time.
Like to go in freezing cold.
Damn, what an episode.
What an
right
episode.
there.
Yeah.
We gotta talk about that. Fine. Disney's ruining Doctor Who.
No,
Gosh,
bringing their tradition of musical whimsy to this incredibly grave and serious show.
Well, I loved it. Well, I know you hated it.
I hate music.
I loved
Hate
it
it all.
so much. And this cynical guy over here, clearly not feeling it.
Tisk, tisk.
Clearly not feeling
Didn't
it.
strike a chord with me, G.
No, in fact, you were just bored, Jay. It's called rep.
Bars. Those were bars.
Well, I am not going to pretend to be someone who is great at speaking the technicalities of music as yourself, John. Now, a lot of you guys might not know this. John is a very successful music producer. John
Yes.
is a massive fan of the musical arts. It is arguably his biggest passion, and I speak for him. I don't want him to say it. I will just say it for him. He's a fantastic guitarist as well. And so something that is very musically inclined, heavy episode where it is about the power and the affect of music. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on just that, John.
I love that that's what this became about.
I was hoping you could play. Well, fortunately.
Don't make me sing. Yeah. What, a guitar right here? Who knew? Yeah, I really enjoy the prompt of this episode is something that I feel like any Doctor Who viewer who's seen a handful can probably start to suss out what kinds of episodes and approaches they like the most. And oftentimes I really enjoy let's go back in time, let's find a historical figure, let's do something along those lines. And what I loved about this was that it teases you with that, and you think like, oh, this is going to be like a Beatles episode, and we're going to do a bunch with the Beatles. And I thought the full Beatles. And the thing is, when I caught that prompt, I was like, oh, I'm going to be thinking about Walk Hard throughout this, just because that's where my brain goes. Not for any fault of the shows, but I like that, for their presence, I was almost never thinking of that. And it was never that kind of like the Beatles stop fighting here at EMI recording studios or whatever. I really like what they related to, and the fact that, this became a greater sort of rumination in Doctor Who fashion on, just the role music plays in life, music's ability to communicate where simple words cannot, and just the personification. Like, I'm excited, and I know that there are people who have seen, like, the older episodes who have a great amount of knowledge for, like, if this is not as new as it feels to me. But I like this idea that, like, the toy maker bringing him back from, the classics now hails what feels like kind of a new wave of villains and personalities that we get to interact with. And I loved Maestro so much here. Like, just the amount of presence they had, and the, again, personification of music and all that stuff, and the ways that the episode even got cheeky. Like, that one bit where he says like, I thought that was diegetic or I thought that was non-diegetic or whatever when the music's playing. The symphony.
What does that mean?
Diegetic sound is sound that is happening on screen, motivated by a source, and then non-diegetic sound is like score music that the characters don't interact with. It's not part of the scene. It's like if music is playing on a jukebox or there's an orchestra playing, that's diegetic sound.
Okay.
And then non-diegetic is just like your score elements or a needle drop or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So like the fact that we have this music in the background and you were like, "Who's the music playing?" And then if for a moment you're thinking of like, "Oh, it must be score elements or something," and then they use that as a meta joke. Was like the perfect thing. We didn't need to go to the composer and like take their music or whatever. But yeah, like the fact that episodes will have music and there's an episode all about that, I thought that was like a beautiful detail to draw in. And that kind of encapsulates so much of what was fun about this. And then me, again, just as a person who enjoys the tradition of musicals and seeing people embrace, especially in modern musicals, they shoot a lot of stuff up close. And so like to see some wides on some real ensembles, really getting down with some dance and the feeling, the joy of that, I just loved all of that. So
yeah,
what did you think? What'd you think?
Yeah, it sounded good, man.
It was a good song.
It's a nice song. You know, I don't know. I said it was fun. I don't know how to talk about music. I don't know how to talk about it.
The beat was good.
Yeah, sounded pleasant. I guess I enjoyed it.
The production of the sound of this episode.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of it is about communicating through music. Like the impression that I've been getting from starting from the Christmas special to now has been about so much about artistic expression and its finest form. I'm gonna pull a John here.
Do it.
I rarely. I'm like, I gotta know. Who plays the maestro? Because I believe this actor deserves.
I pulled it up. It's
John already did it.
Jinx Monsoon.
Jinx
Monsoon
my God! Yeah, they got a huge musical background here.
Writer, comedian, musician, and actor, and RuPaul's Drag Race winner apparently. Back in like 10,
I had an
10 years
interesting
ago.
thought here. I hope this doesn't offend anyone here whatsoever. Let's give it a shot.
Let's go.
Let's give it a shot. I'm just gonna go for it. Here goes nothing. You ready? They identify as they, and to not make it specifically gender male or gender female, for some reason, actually, I thought made the character a little scarier because of a level of ambiguity that wasn't like, oh my God, transgender, like drag, what's going on? It was not scary in
Music
that
is
sense.
genderless and it's fluid.
Yeah. So I thought that the character themselves actually added an element of fear, and maybe it helps that we don't have familiarity with who this actor is. At the same time, when coming off of Neil Patrick Harris, I enjoyed Neil Patrick Harris. I never once stopped recognizing that was Neil Patrick Harris, the entire time, as fun as Neil Patrick Harris is. This character, what was really neat about what I thought Maestro brought was it constantly felt like Maestro was going to morph into something like large and gargantuan,
Yeah.
It's going to devour it. Like
Is
go
there
something
an elder
that
god form. Yeah.
Exactly. Something that was like the Wild Blue Yonder episode. Something that was a little bit more Toymaker-esque, But they never did that. It was all about performance, and it wasn't annoying. It was still loud and scary and charismatic. I was so impressed with it, and I felt like they really brought that as well with Ncuti Gatwa as the Doctor. To have these two episodes they premiere with, I think is smart because they're two very different flavors of Doctor Who, and this is more of the kind of wild, wacky, whimsical that I can get on board with because it's still very tense, heavy.
Foreboding.
Oh yeah, no, it was at times like scary, and when you have the Doctor who is scared of a new threat level of whatever has been opened after Wild Blue Yonder, creates an element of stakes, and him figuring it out of how to defeat Maestro, I thought was actually smart because usually there's I'm so used to the Doctor eventually be like, oh, I got figured out. I have an aha moment. Now I'm expositioning my aha moment. And I'm like, I don't really know what you're saying. okay, they've solved the day. You know,
That's a greatly delivered monologue there, Doc.
but even in the aha moment of like trying to it's still tense and figuring out. There's something about Ncuti Gatwa that feels like larger than life, yet still has this relatability. Like just feels like a person, and I kind of feel, you know what it is? I think about this companion. I think about this companion doctor casting that I think is really unique. Is usually and I feel like a lot of you guys might agree with me on this. Is usually the doctor feels so much like this larger figure that almost a companion sort of. It's not worships is not the right word. John, be smart.
It's like
Say
beholden to, though. Yeah,
it's they feel like when they're interacting, there's a sincerity in the way they are feeding off of it. Like it feels
They're
like
figuring stuff out
it feels very
together.
empathetic in the way they interact about things.
Yeah.
You know, there's never he never plays it like he is smarter than her. Or he is teaching her, you know. If anything, it's like he's sharing with her. That's how I would say their communication sounds. Like they are sharing with each other.
And that plays into the whole like, I'm not a genius. Are you a genius? Are you a musical genius to come up with the right chord? No, I'm not a genius. And previous doctors, in a good way, have felt like geniuses. But yeah, I agree. It feels like they're both, in some respects, figuring out things together.
Yes, and for an episode that was so much about music, I appreciated the intricacies of the amount of sound design, you know, and it does get you to reflect because I don't think you need to be as, you know, musically dialogue inclined as the way as like how John can participate more in a conversation like that better than I can, because that's the kind of the point of this is it can make you go, you know, it's something we kind of take for granted is the sort of universal language of how songs can unite. And just like how you can listen to a song like a billion times, you know, more than you can watch a movie the same amount of time or an episode of television. You can associate it with memories. If you can do it in a version of you're like, oh, I need to go to the gym and listen to a certain kind of song. I need to create it. I'm looking for this kind of song. You can use it as a version to identify if you don't know how to put in words, if you're feeling sad or going through a breakup, just celebrate. There's so many versions that you could use it with that it is a language.
There's utility and function, too, because that's how we've passed down stories over generations. There's a big element of music in dissent and in, you know, protest and in, like, messages being transferred under, you know, situations of oppression. Like, there's so much that music is, and I think back to, like, you know, you see the world all gray and desolate, and on the one hand, you're like, that's maybe a little bit much. But then you think like, think
so,
about those
honestly.
stories of soldiers on a battlefield coming together over song or something like that. Those little human moments. And like, that's something that can bridge a gap in a way that I think is easy to take for granted when you are like, and it's beautiful just to throw on a CD and vibe. But music is like so much more than that across human history in terms of utility and function.
Well, it's a flow state. If you master it, it's almost elemental, you know, in the way of expression and it is something that is from within, you know,
and it's innate.
So I actually don't find it far-fetched by the time you like get to that desolate 2024. I'm like, no, that actually kind of makes sense that that would happen.
A world without music would be a very different world. Yeah.
Yes, and I thought this balanced, you know, the science fiction of it all really well. When you have like a showdown with the music battle, it never got
all the
to
measures and notes. Like.
Yeah, and it felt like they were really performing. You know, I never got the sense that I never once got out of my own, you know, self and thought, is Ncuti Gatwa really? I didn't think about it till right now. It's like, was Ncuti Gatwa actually playing the guitar? I mean, the piano, you know? I never thought that.
Yeah, and that's usually stuff that, you know, the more you know about music, the more that'll stand out to you. And yeah, I was barely thinking about that throughout. I think they made really nice, because it is just, you know, the maestro's just playing that fiddle and the two of them are at the piano. Like, they had to do a lot with just how they shot and cut that. And yeah, I didn't really think about it much.
Beautiful camera work throughout. It's like on a cinematography level, when you know about the Disney Plus getting a bit of a bump in budget here, it shows more in this episode for me than it does in Space Babies. Like, this felt real when in the time travel, you know? And I was like, the production design on costumes, that's kind of been kind of a consistent flavor of Doctor Who.
Oh, yeah.
But just looking at the world of when you have to do it in a way that's not science fiction made up fantasy world, and you're doing it in grounded Earth.
Yeah.
That's can sometimes be harder to pull off, and it was beautiful. Like to behold, it really was beautiful, and using like an instrumental moment with Ruby playing the piano and just letting that, like you said during it, like letting it breathe. Yeah. It was a touching episode, and it was surprising and at times scary. I thought this was such a great episode with wonderful visuals and amazing editing too. Like
that whole like silence moment where all the sound goes away and you just have that like hum underneath
sound
it
all of silence.
Enjoy the silence. Yeah. Yeah. But like even that, like I forget what the name was, but they talk about that music made without humans, the sound of the wind whipping through a tree branch or just the nuclear holocaust.
Yeah,
something with an A. I'll Google that really quick. Sounds made without humans. What is that called?
Ayahuasca.
Yes. Asophonic sound or something. Something like that. I don't know.
John, I can find it really quick.
Okay, do it.
Oh wait, no, it's not on here, is it? No, don't worry. They know what we're talking about.
Yeah,
we'll find it.
You
we'll
know.
find it.
I want to learn that term.
Comment it below.
Yeah.
Comment it below.
Asophonic or whatever it was.
I thought this was a great episode all around. I love this one. But I think even if you put it with the specials, I think this is probably my favorite one.
Yeah, absolutely. Like on all
I
counts.
I put this and then Wild Blue Yonder. I keep ranking it within the specials for some reason.
Sure,
really good. It's like the return of Russell T. Davies is what I keep putting it under the umbrella.
Yeah.
But no, I think between the three of Ncuti's led episodes, this is easily my favorite.
Sure, that
because I genuinely loved it, and it just keeps further enhancing the journey with. I'm really just. I was so glad that they just gave us a completely different version that was more reserved and more body language, you know? And there's the times really funny. It was like funny.
Yeah. Well, and that's really in fitting with, like, I loved what they did with the Maestro as a character. Because there's elements of drag in there. It made me think of Divine. It made me think of Ursula from The Little Mermaid. You and I both at different times called out the, you and I at different points both called out Winifred Sanderson from Hocus Pocus, who's Bette Midler, who's like, you know, a beloved singer in her own right. Like, there's so much. There's so many layers kind of at work there in terms of musical tradition. And yeah, we spend a lot of time in the 60s, and that end dance and music montage is very 60s centric. But it encapsulated that joy, and it felt well-rounded. Like, it didn't feel like it needed a bunch more time to get its point across. It didn't feel like it was rushing anything, you know, or it was like stretched out beyond its means or whatever. Like, this was super lovely, and yeah, it was like that perfect balance of zany, but also kind of like, whoa, like, what does this spell for the future?
Well, for the future, I would say for Ruby Sunday, they keep giving these hints. Now, we're not going to pretend like we're these classic Who lore experts, but we just happen to sometimes. I love the channel Who Culture. I've seen so many of their videos, and I've learned so much about the expansion of Doctor Who, about the lore of Doctor Who, you know, and I love hearing the theories and all these things. And at first, you know, like there was the theory of, oh, maybe Ruby Sunday's a Time Lord. But then when Maestro said the last human heart, I was like, oh, okay, that throws that theory out the window. Yeah. But they brought up Susan, and I think we both had the memory from Who Culture, because they one of the videos that we had watched. Like, seriously, if you guys haven't seen Who Culture, if you're a Doctor Who fan, they're probably the best channel regarding Doctor Who. I've seen countless videos of theirs, and they were telling us about William Hartnell dropping off the granddaughter Susan, but never reunited with Susan. And we were both like, "Oh wow, they've never done that." And after all this time, they never paid that off. And then they just happened to bring that up after we were just reminded of this fact like yesterday, and then it just got me thinking, like, oh, maybe she is like a granddaughter of her,
either a descendant of some kind, or
because if you sorry to clarify, like, what they told us was that William Hartnell's daughter, the first Doctor, dropped off the daughter to stay with. No, it was a companion.
Yeah, his companion who was
Who
also a
was
Time
his daughter?
Lord.
His granddaughter. Yeah, that's what they said.
Yeah.
The first companion was the granddaughter or his daughter, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's to stay with a human on Earth.
Yeah, and we don't know what happened to them.
Yeah, and he was like, one day I'll reunite,
come
but
back.
never did. And that was the first time in our modern Who time, I think, where they straight up acknowledged it. And then it doesn't. It seems, and then they bring up Maestro brings up. They couldn't have been there during the time, in the 60s and stuff.
Yeah.
Or 20s. I don't know what the fuck they said.
It certainly seems like a possible hint towards some kind of connection there.
What year was Susan dropped off in Doctor Who? 1963.
Oh, look out.
That was the year it took place.
Look out. All right. Wait. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, right there.
All right.
What year did the Doctor leave?
1964, the Doctor locks Susan Foreman out of the TARDIS in the final moments of the episode. He realizes Susan had fallen in love. So he dropped her off in 1964, this says.
Oh.
Because I guess she had a TARDIS that Susan back.
A dog duped her into traveling back to 1963 to. No, because they have to say show more on this. I don't know.
But either way,
it lines
up with the timeline.
They brought up Susan. It can't just be coincidence.
Either Ruby is related,
Yes.
or at least that's a thread that will also be extrapolated on this.
Got to have enough human in her, but maybe a little Time Lord juice.
Maybe she's got what Rose Noble has a little bit of. She's got some residual Time Lord energy.
Yeah, there's clearly something very special about her. All right.
Yeah.
I don't want to find out. And what do you guys think? What's your theories? Leave your thoughts down below.
A Who theory.
A Who theory on what you think our Ruby Sunday truly is, guys. Leave your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey. Thank you all for joining us at our Patreon page. Thanks all have been buying our Doctor Who shirts. Look at that. Patron of the day, shout Chris Whammoff.
Christopher. Christian.
Starting to piss me off, Chris. We had a thing going where you give your massive contributions in the live streams.
Yeah.
Those $250 to $500 ones.
Making it rain on Coy and I this
when
this
he's
past
not
week.
around, and then suddenly
Look out.
I'm not in a stream,
Chris
and then you
and me,
give it.
we're
what
like
you
this now.
You two-time in here? Why you
Dude,
think you could just
see
go behind my back?
Chris over
you think
here.
you think I'm not gonna notice when that happens, Chris
More like
Whammoff?
$1 off.
Dude, I'm all forgiving, but I am not a forgiving person.
Whoa, bars, dude.
Oh, they call that an entendre.
Bars. That was a C note. You sang it.
Call
in
them
C. Yeah, it's at least one level of entendre. Can you get to double entendre or triple or quadruple? How many entendres can you get?
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, we get it.
That was a little clever.
This is good.
Come on,
the
think about
musical
it, Chris.
puns
Think
coming.
about it,
We got
Chris.
the musical and
I'm
the money
all
puns.
forgiving, but I'm not forgiving.
That's
Come on,
just good
that's
wordplay, all
clever,
right? That's
Chris.
solid wordplay.
I just thought of that right now.
Yeah,
that's
man,
genius,
That's a
man.
bar. That's for
that's
you.
musically
You were there.
inspired.
You are the producer of the track
All right.
that's about to come out of this because you were here for this moment.
That was smart. That was worth the patron of the day shout out, honestly, for
Absolutely,
you to
Chris.
get that.
Chris is always giving, even when he's not in the room.
Yeah, it really is. And but no, man, keep giving Coy and John thousands of dollars, would you?
Yeah, we need it for our
We need to
self-esteem.
run your bank account
We need it for our
dry. Where do you get all this money?
What you are the most like for as good of a person
Gotta
as you
find this-
are.
I'm always
It
like-
seems like you're in a lucrative position as well, which
Always-
is like the
yeah.
combo dream. Like usually it seems like being as good of a person as you are comes at a cost of not having that much money.
Yeah,
you know,
always seem to have so much money.
do you have an inheritance? Are you an entrepreneur of some kind? Do you
Hey,
like
we're-
build wells?
We're not complaining because we know you're also giving elsewhere. When
Yeah,
that shows up, I'm like, what does this man do for a living?
Yeah, you know.
I'm always thinking he's just out there protesting.
He is.
And I'm
He
like
and Eric
thinking,
Horseman
that's
are
what
together.
broke people do.
Yeah, they just get out in the streets
Just
and
get
fight for
mad.
worthy causes. That's what they do when they broke.
No, he's got money.
Got nothing else to do. Get out in the streets. Cause some good trouble.
No, I'm just joking, man. No, thank you, dude. Thank you for everything. You're a sweetheart, and hope the engagement's going well, and I hope they complain at you.
Oh yes,
the Filipinos complaining at you. Why are you giving money away?
Oh yeah, they're over your shoulder every live stream. Like, what are you doing, man? But you know
what you're doing. It's an investment. See you, buddy, and see you, rejects. Peace.